What is up, car addicts? In this video, I'm going to be giving a guide for this week's normal time trial, RC Bandito time trial, and the premium race totaling over $300,000. Remember, the time trials can only be completed once a week for the full $100,000 payout. The premium race, however, can be completed in a limited amount of times with a 48-minute cooldown between each win. Also keep in mind that rocket-powered / flying vehicles cannot be used in time trials. So, starting off with the time trial this week, which is Cypress Flats, I highly recommend either the Pariah, Itali GTO, Devest 8, Emeris, Krieger, Hakachu Drag, Shotaro, or a Baddie 801 holding wheelies for as long as possible for this time trial. In terms of route, this time trial is honestly pretty easy if you use the shortcut shown here, which is mostly highway top speed. As always, I will be attempting to use either the casino podium vehicle or the prize ride of the current event week on these time trials if they're quick enough to complete them. So, for this event week, we have the Seminole Frontier on the casino podium and the ZR350 as the prize ride. Now, the Seminole is extremely slow and has no chance at beating this time trial, so that one is completely out of the question. However, the ZR350 does have a better chance at beating it, even though its top speed isn't really too great. So, I did attempt it in this car and unfortunately was not able to beat it. I then decided to stance the car, which negatively affects our handling a bit. However, this time trial is mainly top speed, and lowering the stance does increase the top speed of your cars for those of you who don't know. However, even though I did a pretty good run, almost perfect, I couldn't beat it with that method. I then tried the low grip tires in addition to the stance, which we know give these tuner vehicles a pretty high top speed. But unfortunately, the beginning section with the dirt path shortcut is just way too slow with the low grip tires, and going another route just has too many turns, which is even worse. So, before giving up on the car completely, I decided to give it one last try with the method that gave me the closest time, which was stance and normal tires, and I just barely able to beat the time trial with this car with almost a perfect run, getting all the speed boost tricks with the gutters and the highway. I tried almost everything and I was finally able to beat it. Now obviously I don't recommend attempting it with the ZR350, but I always love the challenge every week of using the podium or prize ride car to beat the time trials, and when it's really close like this, it makes it even more fun and challenging. So again, here's my run with a fully upgraded ZR350 with only the lowered stance and normal tires. Moving on to this week's RC Bandito time trial, which is Davis Quartz. As always, you need to own an RC Bandito in order to participate in these. So this RC time trial is pretty tricky if you've never done it before because of the higher speed turns, bumpy sections, and blind corners as well. So just make sure to let off the throttle during most of the higher speed corners. If you find yourself going on two wheels with the Bandito or spinning out, that will help maintain the stability of your Bandito during those corners. And lastly, we have this week's premium race, which is Art to Art. This one is restricted to the motorcycles class. I highly recommend either the Shotaro or a Hakuchu drag for this race. Now this race is pretty tricky if you've never done it before because there are certain sections where you need to brake or you will crash, which will make you respawn, and obviously you pretty much lost the race at that point. So make sure to see where I brake in the video. For this race, again, I will be using a fully upgraded Shotaro. And that's it, guys. The normal time trial is pretty easy if you use the shortcut I showed and one of the vehicles I recommended with a good top speed. The RC time trial is pretty difficult if you've never done it before, so just let off the throttle for most of the turns and you should be able to complete it pretty easily. And this week's premium race might take some practice if you've never done it before, but it should be a lot easier with a Shotaro. Again, remember guys, you can earn over $300,000 between the three this week, and setting yourself to go to beat them is always a lot of fun in my personal opinion. Let me know which one you found most difficult and what vehicles you used down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.